Let's look at how we examine permissions in a SharePoint site. Let's start by going to the gear and choosing Site Settings. I have a lot of permissions on this site because I'm the farm administrator. So if there's a setting to be had, I have it. If you don't have access to all of these settings, you have less permissions. And if you don't have a site permissions link to click, you won't be able to set or even view settings on this site. The yellow bar provides information about exceptions and about inheritance. It says that some content on this site has different permissions from what you see here, and I can see those items. What I'll be seeing is documents who are shared with specific people who aren't a member of a group here and who aren't being given permission to the site as a whole. I also have some limited access users, and I can see them. We're not going to do that now. What I care the most about is that this website inherits all its permissions from a parent site, Land and Hotel Intranet. So if I want to change permissions, that's where I need to do it. These are the groups that are set up for the Land and Hotel Intranet. We have team site members, team site owners, team site visitors, and viewers, and each of those groups have permission levels based on the clusters of permissions that we discussed in the last movie. If you'd like to know more about the available permission levels on this site, you can click this permission levels link, and it will show you the groups of permission levels. For example, full control and what it has full control of. If you click the link, you'll have even more access to be able to look at the specifics. For example, if someone has full control, that permission level will have a lot of boxes checked here. Permission to do everything. These are incredibly granular. For example, I can set up a set of permissions so that an individual doesn't have the ability to create alerts even for themselves, so that someone can add items but not edit them. Lots of specific choices. I can create new permission levels that don't exist already. Click Add a Permission Level and choose exactly the permissions I want someone to have. But historically, these permission levels have worked very well, and they're easily understood. Full control versus design versus edit. These are the same throughout SharePoint. To see who's in a group, we can click the link, and in this particular case, we only have 2 team site members so far. This is a new set of sites that we're setting up. The 2 people who are members of the team site members group are Tammy Marley Cox and Victor Imbarguello. There's no one in the viewers group yet. I'll probably use it, so there's no reason to delete it, but there's no one there now. If we look at our team site owners, there are no team site owners in this site. If I want other people to be able to administer this site, I'm going to have to make them owners. And that would be a good idea because right now all we have are 2 farm administrators who are responsible for all of the sites. By making someone an owner, they can take control of this site, a little less work than for myself and for Brian. How would I find out what permission an individual has? Well, I can click Check Permissions and then enter the name of a user. For example, let's look at Victor. As soon as I begin typing his name, here he is. And I can check now. I can look for the permissions for a group or for an individual. Victor has contribute permissions and other limited access given through the team site members group. You might wonder, why does he have both contribute and limited access? He has contribute because he's a member of the team site members. He has limited access because someone shared a document with him directly. This is how I see what permissions are available and what groups are using them. If the groups that are here will meet all of my organization's needs, I'm fine. I simply add members to the group, and we'll see how to do that in the next movie. If I don't have all of the groups that I need, I can create additional security groups, and we'll learn about that also in this section of the course.